Good morning, folks. I went yesterday and picked up some more goats. We need to deworm everything today. Um, it's that time of year where we go into the fall where we deworm. Some of these goats need to be dewormed. Let me take you in here and show you. This is one of our original. This is the guy that we banded. And this is one I traded for. This little guy here, I'm pretty sure needs to be wormed. He just got some coat that's not really good, skin kind of tight. This one here looks a little better. These guys are Nubians. These two are really big. They're ready to, they're almost ready to butcher. They're a little heavier, about like him. He's about ready to butcher. But that's why we got them. We are going to be offering some whole and half goats. They're destructive little creatures. They done broke my feeder. But I'm going to deworm everybody, even the lambs, the dogs, everybody. I believe we got a coyote around. The dogs are on point. You see Boo there. He was on point, looking out that way. The bull, all I can do is put some dewormer in his water, and that'll work. He's doing pretty good. Zoom in here on him. You can kind of tell exactly how big he is. I think he'll probably go 500 pounds. Really putting the weight on him. You know, a cow or especially a bull that's just sitting around, they can put on quite a bit of weight in a short amount of time. So I'm gonna pour the feed to him and see how he does here. He has a date with the processor on January 5th. In the meantime, there's Miss Polly this morning, taking it kind of slow. I'm pretty sure he still has worms. His coat, you can see the difference in their coats. You see how shaggy his coat is compared to how slick this little guy is. It's not just breed, it's worms. So we're going to deworm everybody and see what else we get into today. So what I'm using here is an ivermectin injectable. You can use it as a drench. I've got a 3cc needle, and what I'll do is just pull up the what's that dog going after? I'll just pull the ivermectin up. These guys, I'm going to give them all 1cc. It's 1cc or 1 milliliter per 100-pound body weight. Oh, of course, I had to drop it. I just leave the needle in there. This guy here is pretty easy to catch. Come here, buddy. The easiest way I do it, you have to watch these little ones' horns. They're kind of sharp. Grab them like this. There we go. Should notice a difference in him pretty quick. Sometimes if they've got worms, they've had worms a long time, a little bit extra. And the thing you want to understand about ivermectin, it's been tested to 50 times its potency. As far as side effects go, they've never found any side effects at that. So took that out of there. So giving them a little bit more drench will get rid of those worms. And generally I try to do it about every 28 days. This will not get the eggs. You have to treat them 2 or 3 times. Give them some cycles so that the eggs hatch. You get rid of those. You get rid of the worms, and 2 or 3 times you'll start to see a difference in your goats and sheep. And they have other drenches. I just use ivermectin. Pretty wild. Hold, son, hold, hold. Hold, hold. This one kind of got me yesterday with his horns. I take notice of this one. This one got more black on his back. Okay. I will keep wanting to be able to shoot up this side where I can just run them in there and deworm them. One of these days when I have to quit working for a living, maybe I will have it. Hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. There you go. He's a lot. He's a lot to handle.
And you got supposed to give him 1.5?
Yeah, supposed to. See if I can do this one-handed here.
That one.
This one here is just a cutie. Go on. I think he was a bottle baby or something way he acts. Quit now.
He's looking for a bottle.
I think he is. He's a bottle baby. This guy likes to lay down. Oh, God, he got his horn right in my gut. There you go. Get it. Every time we bring livestock into, keep forgetting, I ain't giving a shot. Every time we bring livestock onto the homestead, we have to deworm them, and it's kind of like backgrounding. We have to make sure that they don't have no worms, so we have to keep them here long enough, particularly if we're going to butcher, that all the stuff moves through their system and they're good and healthy. And we like to feed them out after that process at least 60 days so that we know what they were eating was good and healthy, and they're just on a really good program. So it takes a little bit of doing. You can't just buy animals and butcher them. You have to kind of background them and process them and make sure that they're good and healthy before you move into that butchering phase.
That's a little guy.
Yeah, he's wow. Wow, I tell you.
Careful.
Wow. Go that way.
Oh, Oh no.
Oh yeah, they're wild. I already did that one, so it don't matter.
Yeah.
It'd be a fence jumper, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Okay guys, we're gonna deworm these chickens. This will help with everything across the board, right? So ivermectin is good. One of the things I noticed when I started using ivermectin, and look, I'm not telling you guys to do this. I'm not recommending you do this. This is what I do. I worm everything with ivermectin. These chickens, it will help with mites. This ivermectin is an anti-parasitic. It works really great at even keeping fleas and ticks and stuff off of your animals. So if you're having problems with mites like we did before, stuff like that, you can deworm them. It's going to help that. I'm not going to say it's going to cure. It's not a cure-all, but having it in their system, it does help. And we deworm everything on a 3-month schedule. So when it comes in, we deworm it, and then we'll do a deworming schedule of like every 28 days on everything that's new, and then we'll go to every 3 months. And when you have animals like we do in feedlot type environment, that's your best plan of action. So I'm gonna take and put this. I pulled up. I've got about 50 pounds of chicken, so I pulled up a half a cc, which is about 55 pounds a dose. So put it in their water. We're not giving them a full bucket of water because we want them to be able to drink it, and it gets the most. So they're all going to equally drink of it, and just keeps them good and healthy. Don't have a full bucket of water here. I'm just going to take it. I'm just going to shoot it right there in the water. And you can give it soluble like that. It's going to take and it's going to be in there, and we won't change this water or dump it out until they pretty much drink it all. And then again, you know, just noticing the chickens, noticing their health, looking at their eggs. How are they doing? We've got a few too many in here right now. We did that because of that debacle the other day. We had rounded them all up, but they're doing okay in there. So you can take and put this water in there. They'll drink it. And if you can't get to an animal, but you can water them, you can always put ivermectin in the water, and they'll take and drink it that way. Got one already drinking. It's going to take and work out good for them. Got another one right here for these chickens. Going to do the same thing for them. You just count up how many chickens. I figure they all weigh about between 5 and 7 pounds a piece. The little mama will give them a little bit. This is the cat's water that's out here. We're going to take and do that, and probably rats and other things drink out of it, so they're going to get dewormed too. But the only thing I would caution you if you decide to go this route is watch your dogs. Dogs have a thinner blood-brain barrier, and ivermectin, you can't overdose them on it. So make sure you follow the instructions, check with your veterinarian, all that. I've been doing it for years. There again, I'm not telling you to do this, just showing you the way that I do it, and it works for me. Okay, so I got this bottle for about $45. If you can see that or not, it's about half. Half did my goats, my chickens, my dogs, and the bull. So I got enough left to do these goats again. Did the sheep too. So the new ones that came in, this is the second round for our first group of goats that came in. The next group that comes along, that came along, we'll do them again in about 28 days. And in the meantime, we're going to feed them. We start everybody off gradually. When I've got a mixed herd like this, I just have to watch my ration. But we provide as much hay as we can, just keep an eye on them. Goats are not as likely to bloat as sheep, so we have to be careful when we change diets with sheep. But these goats are pretty hardy, and the change in it doesn't bother them as bad. With the bull, he was getting supplemented alfalfa. We have him on grass hay, and we've stepped up his feed slowly. You can't just pour the feed to him right away. You've got to take and break them into it, because number one, they're not going to use it right, and their system's just not used to eating that much protein and that much, that density of feed. So you want to go slow with them. You can founder a cow just like you can a horse. So you have to kind of take it slow and easy, but we're going to see how much we can gain. I figure he's starting out at somewhere around 500. I may be overestimating a little bit, but I think he's somewhere right in there. So we'll see what his hanging weight is, and kind of figure out how much weight he's gained while he's here. And this will be the one and only time that we deworm him. Gives him 60 days to get that out of his system. And like I say, I think he's pretty good. Although I don't ever worry about ivermectin being in their system. Not really that big an issue. When you take it, eating it in the meat, it's not that big a deal. I've got enough tubes of horse dewormer to deworm all the horses. So I'm going to start working on that now and get them caught, get them dewormed. And we'll have our deworming done. I'm a little bit behind on it. It's October, November, December. First of the year, we'll deworm again. That's how we do it, every 3 months. So I'm a little bit behind, coming up to the middle of October here, or a little bit farther than that, actually. We're almost to the end of October. Next week is Halloween. So getting it done, though. Sometimes we run and gun and things get behind, but hey, we're getting it done now. And getting in a new group of goats. There again, we're going to be offering these goats after they've gone through our program. We're going to be offering them for butcher. If somebody wants to take and get an appointment scheduled, we'll take and we'll start selling some of these. We're going to put some of these in our freezer. We are going to have, probably towards the end of November, I've got to set up a little station out here, but we are going to be processing the sheep, most likely. Some of these goats, we'll just see how it goes. But we're going to probably bring in some friends and some family. We're going to do an old-time butchering, break down the meat the way that we do it, not the way they do it at the processor, but the way we do it. We save a whole lot more of it. And we're able to take and use some of the byproduct for chickens and dogs and that sort of thing. We're probably going to do about 3, get them in the freezer for the winter. That'll carry us through till we get the bull back, and I think it's going to be a pretty good time. So look forward to that in the coming month and a half. So now we'll grab the horses, get them dewormed. Rowdy's got pretty good at coming to me. We had to move him out of this pen because the bull, didn't want the bull in here, and not sure the bull would have stayed. But anyway, put a little pressure on him here. Draw off. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah. He's high-headed and he's nervous, and he's always high-headed. So I take and I put this rope on there, just got him used to just dropping his old head down there. I think somebody really mistreated this horse in his life, because he really is spooky, that's for sure. Head down. There you go. Good boy. It's a whole lot better than what we used to do, huh, Rowdy? Huh? So the way I deworm a horse, I've showed you guys before. I put my thumb in this side over here, kind of work their jaw, and then I just stick this tube in there, and there we go. Dewormed hump blade. Yeah. There you go. There you go. So this is Marley. I've never dewormed her before. Don't know what she's used to. Oh. She don't have a lot of boundaries. I'm working on her feet, working on getting her feet straightened out. I have been working her some, and I'll be bringing you some videos of her. Now we've got everybody dewormed. I got to get everybody fed and see what else we get into today. We got I need to be working on some horses' feet. She just don't realize, she don't pay attention a whole lot. She's really head shy. Why? Been working on that with her. Yeah, you're all right. You're all right. I got to work on some horses' feet. Today is just here at the homestead. I've got to work on videos, do the things that I need to catch up on around here. We don't have a really big project that's pressing. I've got a few little things to do, a few little things to work with, and I just decided today, you know what, everybody needs to be dewormed. I need to catch up on some stuff, so just gonna take a day here at the homestead and kind of work with some horses, deworm everybody, and take a slow day. So thank y'all for stopping by. Remember to like, share, subscribe. If you like what you see, tell your friends about us. Sharing, giving the old thumbs up, dropping something in the comments section really helps our YouTube algorithm. You know, we've been doing this now for about 6 years, and it's this way with a lot of channels. Just really don't go nowhere. They don't get any traction and people stop. My deal is I want to educate. The Mornings with Moses, the horse training, the stuff that we do, I try to bring an educational side of it to y'all, that you can take and be entertained by. So if you guys like it, share it. It doesn't help if it's not shared. It's not about the monetary. I never anticipate at this point, being 5-6 years into this, that I'm going to make a ton of money on YouTube. But if I can share a little bit of wisdom, a little bit of knowledge with people, then if it'll make their life better, that's what I'm all about. So if you get something out of it, share it. Share it on social media. There's a little share button right down there at the bottom of every video. Hit it. Share it to Facebook. Share it to you know, Instagram. Whatever you can do on whatever platform you're on. Share it and get the word out there. because it really takes it helps us spread the news, spread the gospel, spread education. So that being said, I'm going to end this video up right here. Remember, trust in the Lord and do good. Live off the land, enjoy the bounty of it, and we'll see you later.